Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and this video serves as an update to the fastest muscle cars video where I show the best fully upgraded muscle cars in terms of lap time. For all the information you need about the series, check the original muscle cars video, but otherwise let's see where the new Tulip falls into that list. And it doesn't get too bad of a lap time, it falls into 12th place overall, just ahead of the Dukes here, which is in 13th place with a 109.6. The Tulip gets a lap time of 109.5, which is pretty bog standard for the old style of muscle cars. It's basically on the same pace as a lot of muscle cars in the game, around that 1 minute 9, 1 minute 10 area, where the sort of the old style muscle cars used to be. These used to be the top vehicles in terms of lap time in the muscle cars class. Things like the Blade, the regular Dominator, the Dukes, as we saw before we got sort of the new breed of muscle cars that we've seen in later updates. But the Tulip is obviously held back, as always, as with everything from this DLC, with the advanced handling flags that make it very bumpy and very unpredictable over any bump. But also something else with the Tulip is that if you go over a bump with the two right wheels, it will steer to the right. If you go over a bump with the two left wheels, it will steer to the left. So it adds even more unpredictability to the way that this car drives. And you can even see it at the very start of this lap. If you go back, you can look at, as I cross the line and go over the curb in the road with my two right wheels, and the car pulls over to the right and I have to correct for that. So again, it was a pain to test this vehicle, and I had to do many more laps than I would normally do because of these advanced flags. It's just basically RNG at this point. You don't know whether a bump that you hit is going to send you off course and crash, or it's going to be going over it fine. And it's, the classic case of it's been a nightmare that we all know about already. The petition is still going. The ways to help with that are still going. If you want to make your voice heard about getting rid of these advanced flags and you haven't done it already, I'll leave a link to the video regarding them in the description. I'm just looking forward to the Schlagen GT to release, to be honest, because that's going to be the only one from this drip feeding from the Arena War DLC that doesn't have advanced flags. So that's the one to buy, if anything, and at least it will send a message to Rockstar that this is the type of car that we want, regardless of its performance, just because it will probably be the only one that's going to drive nicely. So yeah, the Tulip, it's okay. Its lap time isn't too bad. It's actually, I would say that if it didn't have the advanced flags, it would be a pretty nice muscle car. It would probably get a little bit quicker lap time, maybe 1 minute 8 or something like that. But it would be a nice car to drive as well. It feels quite good underneath. Maybe a little bit of a quicker and smaller Dukes, if you want a comparison for that. But at the moment, like with all of these vehicles, I can't recommend spending the $700,000 that it costs to buy it. It's nowhere near the quickest muscle car in the game, and it's not a very nice vehicle to drive from an experience perspective. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed or found it helpful, subscribe for more, and consider supporting on Patreon or becoming a member on YouTube. Thank you all so much for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.